Hey, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is After the Burn. I think I may have given David Ashely, we may have gotten our hours crossed. I'm waiting for him right now. Hang on, where is the? We're going to wait just a little bit, and hopefully he joins us. I've sent him a link. He's a fascinating guy. For those who don't know about David Ashely, he owns Mad Dog 357. He created this, which I listen. I've done a lot of 602 challenges. All right, I've been hurt by some stuff. I've eaten hotter than this, but I've never eaten anything that hurt me more. This is the top of the food chain, like scary. So, and he's the man who created it. So hopefully he's going to be joining us. Let me see if I can say hello to some people here while we're waiting for him. My wrenches, Bizzle, Brock, Dean, Mr. Keith Lego on a capsaicin fast for our benefit later. Wait till you see the burn he's going to get. Krista, Melinda, and Tracy and Michelle. Thanks for being here. And we've got, let me see who else we have. We have Barbara Aldrich, Brian Vanderbroek. We have Burn Daly, Chili Phil, Herja, Jane Aldrich. We have John Johnvin, Josh Cohen, and family, hopefully. Keith Kidman, good to see you. Mark Alberts, Noah Wright, Pepper Poppy, hi Sam, Robert, and Wes Lightburn. The people are popping in by the moment. So if I didn't say your name, hopefully I'll see everybody's name. And so we're going to give David some time. Maybe hopefully he'll respond to my email. Worst comes to worst, you're going to have to stare at me. We'll just do a little Q&A and we'll talk a little bit. I got some great questions for the guy, though. It's a fascinating guy. If you think about it, he's got decades of experience. He's the father of their extract. I mean, he invented it. He's like the father of it. I mean, and if you think about the stuff he was making, you know how long this has been around? It's like he was so far ahead of his time, it was frightening. Like, really, if you think about it. I mean, and it's funny, we're going to talk about this because I'll give you a little. Look, when Foy and I at Blazing Foods, we came out with the Tube of Terror. It was scary. It really was. When you make a really hot product, when you release it, it's it's frightening. I remember they were talking, people that made the trouble bubble or the whatever, that scary bubble thing. I was emailing them back and forth. I'm like, you have a waiver for this, right? They're like, you think we need one? I'm like, well, it's almost like Halloween, where everybody gives candy, and you got a bubble gum that's 16 million Scoville. I think you might want a waiver. And it's frightening because even if you have a great waiver, people can, it's scary. And, you think about how hot the Tube of Terror is. It's peanuts. Pardon the joke. It's peanuts compared to this. This is frightening. Look, there are 13 million Scoville crystals on the Tube of Terror. But they're not 13 million Scoville, the peanuts themselves. If you have them tested, we never did. I never had them tested. But I would be willing to guess they're probably only 2.25, 2.5 million, maybe. Right? So this stuff is really, really scary. So, and I have some really great questions. I'm like, because it's been around forever. Like, what did people say to him? It's really interesting. Anyway, since we're waiting for David, let's open up some questions. You guys have any questions? I got answers for you. If you have any questions or you have a comment you'd like me to read, just throw Q's. That's the standard one that's going to get my attention. Jump off the page or the screen at me, and I will not let them slide by. And what happens is, if it slides by, don't worry, I flagged it, and I'll get to all the ones that have Q's in it. Double Doomed, it's a bit warm, says Dean. Boy, it's a wicked hot sauce. There's no two ways about it. That's hot. What is it? 4 million? I think it's a little over 4 million, which is just absurd when you think about it. You know what? Look at my man Bizzle says we need a 24-hour chat just to pop in and chat. You know what? I've done it before. Come on, you know that. We've done those super long marathon live streams. They're exhausting. They're damaging to the brain. Cracker on a Pierre, good to see you. What's the trick to handle the heat? You know what? There's no trick to it. I appreciate you asking. Thanks for being here. Here's the deal with that. It's just like anything else. If you go to if you walk into a gym, right? And it doesn't matter what gym, Planet Fitness, pick one. You're going to see people that are just huge, that look like they can bench press a Volkswagen. They didn't walk into the gym the first time like that. You know what I mean? It took time. At one point, they were that little wimpy guy that they kicked sand in his face on the beach. But it took time. And you can. I'm sure you can get to be huge without really hurting yourself. You just got to kind of do it thoughtfully and carefully. It just takes time. You got to stay at it. The tolerances drop really, really quickly, and they burn. I mean, they rise fairly quickly, but they drop quicker. And that's kind of how that works. Okay, let me get to some of these. Got a bunch of good comments and questions here. Herja asks, when are you going to make a new hot sauce, or are you? Yeah, I'm not sure when, but we are. We're in the process right now of revamping it. We're going to narrow it down. It is what it is, to 3 sauces, and we're going to have 3 sauces, maybe 4 in the lineup, but that's it. And that's what we're working on now. We've been working on that for a while, though, to be honest. There's a lot of things going on. But I got a lot of things going on, and he's got a business and a lot of things going on, and to kind of get it all to work, it's hard. I thought that was a question for me. Poppy, are they going from brown to red? Aren't they? Ask Gouthie. Brock Bendy, where do you get pure cap crystals from? There's several places you can buy it from. We've purchased it from China. Don't, because it's synthetic. It's not real capsaicin, so don't do that. Actually, we didn't buy it from them because what we read. I wouldn't buy it from China, but I think we buy ours. I'm not sure. We have a couple different sources. I'll see if I can get that for you. Let you know, Brock, where we get the crystals from. I'll try to get an answer for you. From memory, I can't remember. Robert asked, when are we going to get to see Squirrel swim? It's going to happen. She's such a weirdo with the water. She loves it. She's just, man. And every other cat in the world, if a cat's near the water's edge and you walk up behind her, she's going to bounce. She's gone. They're not happy. They're always looking behind them. They're animals. And she just leans halfway into the water. And I walk up behind her and she's just like, she is wicked chilled out. So I don't know. She's going to swim at some point. I'm sure she will. Noah Rice said, I had a friend of mine try Double Doom, rebooted, and oh boy, it lit him up. I warned him at least. I felt bad. You know what? That's my catchphrase. I always feel bad. And everybody thinks that Tad and Kit they give me a hard time about the feeling bad thing, but I do. I never really want to hurt somebody. I shouldn't say that. I do want to hurt people, but only the ones that want to get hurt. You know what I mean? The ones that are up for the challenge. Lego says, to this day, that Tube of Terror is a brutal challenge. Still one of the hottest things you can get. They're bad. They're pretty hot. You guys, I told you the story. If you've heard the story, then it's a bummer because you've heard it already. But we released it, and the first Christmas we had them, someone, porch pirate, stole a tubes of terror from a person's porch, and they emailed me and wanted me to send them a new one. I'm like, we did our thing. We made the tubes. We put them in a box. We mailed them to the address you gave us. That mail guy did his job. He delivered them. You just have a neighbor that, is criminal or somebody in your neighborhood. So before we could even make a decision, yay or nay, whether we were going to help them, the next day, the porch pirate brought it back and put it back on the porch with one tube unopened and the one that was opened back in the box. I think that's funny. And Krista Melinda Bisley, you asked if she got the Swampadelic. Boom. Look at that. Ordered it. We'll check the mailbox. It's going to be good. It's a really, really wonderful sauce. I did, Pepper Poppy. I thought I emailed you back. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I will. You're the challenge master. I'm not a master of anything, Josh. Thank you for saying that, though. Create some more challenges. I swear. It's funny you say that. We're going to release one. What day is today? Tuesday? Potentially this week. How about that? The reason I forgot about it is this is this is such a cool thing. It does seem wrong, Krista Belinda. So here's what happened. Foy and I came out with I don't want to miss any comments or questions. Foy and I came out with a challenge about over a year ago. It must be a year and a half ago. And it's a great challenge. And I don't want to give it away now because half of the fun of this challenge is the rollout. I kid you not. Wait, listen, everybody in this chat's going to want to do it. I'm telling you right now, every single person that's here now, whether you're a chili head or not, you're going to want to do it. I kid you not. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be a League of Fire challenge. And it's unlike any challenge that has ever come down the pipe before. It's not a speed thing. I don't want to give it up. Oh, I got it right here. It's out of left field. It's something you'd never think. I mean, it's a great idea. It's a great idea. And what's great is it's gonna. Oh, I gotta stop talking about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's a great idea though, and it's a delicious and it's hot and everybody in this chat's gonna want to do it. I know you're like, how is that possible? I don't want to do it. You will. Maybe not. Most people in the chat are going to want to do it. I'll say that. And we're going to probably release it. I think we have 500 units, but we're going to break them up into. We'll probably end up with like a couple hundred challenges, but it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to it's going to pull people into the chili world. You watch. People that people that say I'm done with challenges will be like, all right, I'm back. I promise you, that's what you're going to get. Remember, that's the last hint I'm going to give you. I'll give it to you one more time. Tons and tons of chili heads who said, I'm done, are going to go, oh, all right, one more time. And then I'm done. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. So I must have gotten my signals crossed with Mr. David Ashely because he's not here. It's unfortunate because here's the thing. I've never actually spoken to him before. We communicated a bunch back in the years and years ago. I'm not quite sure. And I sort of have an idea, Tracy, how many points it's going to be, but not yet. And here's the thing. I kind of get ahead of myself. They don't know it's going to be a League of Fire challenge yet. We talked about it, but it was a long time ago. So I know they'll remember. So it will be a League of Fire challenge. But I have to remind them that we're going to be releasing this because it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be one of those where you're going to want to do multiples. Sometimes, some people aren't. But, man, it's going to be a fun one. I'm excited about it. Sign me up, coach, says Cracker on the Pier. Anyway, so it's really funny. You should come up with some new one. This is a new one, but this isn't a new challenge. I mean, it's new because we're rolling out this week, but we've been sitting on this thing for a long, long time. Yeah. I think you will like it, Dale. I want to do more hints, but I don't want to do more hints because I don't want to give it away. So no more hints. But man, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Here's the thing about it. I cannot wait to do the rollout video. It's gonna be so much fun to do. I can't wait. And you don't realize now when you see when I roll it out and you see that video, you'll be like, I get it now. I know why he was so pumped. It's a great idea. Here I am saying it's a great idea. It may flop. You never know. Herja says, for Johnny and the whole bus, what sauce would you recommend for flavor, not heat? For flavor, it's going to depend on your tolerance because I'll tell you some sauces that I love for flavor and not for heat, and it's going to be hot for some people. You know what I mean? So, it really depends. Typically green sauces are usually fairly user-friendly. No allergens at all, Robert. Great question. No allergens. It has nothing to do with peanuts. How about that? Well, I'm fired up about that. Listen, I like peanuts, but I've eaten more peanuts since we rolled out the tuba terra than I ate in all of my years leading up to it. And that's including Chex Party Mix at Christmas time. It's going to be a fun one. I really can't wait. In fact, no time like the present. Do you have an idea what day you want to roll this challenge out? Question mark. Maybe Friday? Question mark. If we could even do it on the weekend if you wanted. I'm flexible. And that's how it works. I think, you know what, Dizzy? I think not Dizzy, excuse me. Bizzle, I think I told you about this. Silver Surfer, thank you for being here, bro. I love you, man. Thanks for being here. But Bizzle, I told you about this challenge. I'm pretty sure I told you about this challenge. Oh, he's checking to see what I like, if I like them. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Is a mystery challenge pre-order? No, I don't think we're quite ready for pre-order. Here's the thing: Foy does all that. He does all the the legality, the sending stuff off and getting everything approved and everything. He does all that. All I do is stand in front of you and torture myself. Is it vegan or I'd say probably. I think so. I'm not positive. I think so. And here's the great thing. It's a weird challenge, too. It's a weird challenge because, I got to stop talking. I'm going to say something and people are going to start guessing stuff. It's a weird challenge because it's going to appeal to people that are here on the scale and people that are here on the scale at the same time. No more. That's it. I'm done. No more. Noah asks, as a part of my Christmas gifts, my girl, there's a comment. As a part of my Christmas gifts, my girl got me loads of hot sauces and spicy snacks. Can a man ask for anything more? Nope. And if you got those without the girlfriend, you're in good shape. You got the girlfriend on top of that, forget about it. It's called winning. Sam asked, do you like pomegranate? Oh, man, I do. Dean, do you like pomegranate? I'm a huge fan of pomegranate. It's really good for you. You know that? It's like a superfood sort of thing. Love the flavor. Can't stand chewing the seeds. That's a fact. But boy, pomegranate juice, bro. What's that pomegranate juice? What's that stuff called? Somebody help me. I'm not gonna be able to remember it. I can see it. The little bubbled. What do they call that stuff? Amazing. Stuff is very, very good. The juice is amazing. But Dean's right, man. You just end up eating. It's like eating rope. This stuff is so fibrous. Really, what you want to do is just get rid of that stuff. I bet that's probably the healthy part, though. Nah, the juice is probably what's good for you. But I'm sure there's some sort of benefit from eating that pulpy, gnarly junk at the end. You know what? Listen, we're going to toss that gluten for nothing, says Mark Alberts. That's a man who understands the game. He understands the show, the wildest tease of all time. You have no idea. You know what, Josh? Prediction. You ready for this? You're going to buy it. You're going to say, I have to. I have to. Sam, he's going to do it. Bizzle, done. Brock Bandy, forget about it. Palm, thank you. Brock Bandy and Vanderbrook and Lego throwing the palm at me. Stuff is good, though. You guys have had it, right? Here's the problem with that palm stuff. Are you ready? Crazy expensive. Palm, and more palm. Thank you for all the assistance, people. But boy, it's a yummy thing. They're fun to peel, too. They're kind of fun when you're a kid. You're like, what in the world is this? Because it's like the first time you see it, you're like, wait, what? Right? It's really, I think it is expensive, Lego. But it's yummy, man. Great question. Is there such a thing as a pepper-related advent calendar? Before I answer, I have to say goodbye to Wes Lightburn. Sorry, can't stay. I have to go home and make dinner. Have a great night, Jay. Love you, Wes Lightburn. You have a good night. Drive carefully. Going home. Now, back to Vanderbroek. All right. Is there a pepper-related advent calendar? I can assure you, in some pepper group online somewhere, someone has done something like that. I haven't seen one sold professionally. Would be cool. What a great question that is. And Cracker on Up here asked, does Massive Farms, Lone Star Massive Farms make a 0 to 10 hit scale package? I want to go full chili head. Do you mean, do they give you a box of pods that'll run the scale? That would be great if that's what you mean. That would be wonderful. And I'm sure that there are growers that grow large enough that they could organize a box like that. Like it's your starter box, how to go from non-chili head to chili head in one box. That'd be pretty cool, though. Robert, last one. Is it sweet or savory? I can't answer that. Flying too close to the sun, Robert. You're going to burn my wings, man. I can just tell you're going to love it. Are you going to buy it? You betcha. You're going to love it. I got some Reaper pickles coming from Mikey V. Thanks for the recommendation, too. Appreciate it. No, you're going to love them. They're very, very good. I feel bad that I couldn't remember Mikey's name the other day. Christian Melendez says, I'm no nutritionist, but I've read eating fruit is healthier than drinking the juice because the fiber balances out the sugar. And there you have it. So that like chewed up rope, that fibrous, gnarly seeds, that awful. That's probably good for you then. See that? I'm craving pomegranate now. Yeah, they're a pain to get the fruit out. But man, there's so much. And who hasn't done this? You chew them up, you eject the seeds. Look at that. Sam says 1.5 fruits took me 10 minutes to get the fruit out of it. I'm not opposed to poms, says Chili Phil. Me either, man. I love that stuff. And Brock says it's also a great anti-inflammatory. There we go. You ask, you get an answer. Narfman says that Torchbearer has a hot sauce advent calendar. Pretty cool, see? Berkey91. So glad you're here. Thank you for being here. You got to be kidding me. Torchbearer is 6 miles from you? Bro, you got to go there and get a tour and make a video of that. That would be stellar. I'd be all over that. Great idea, Cracker on a Pier. I haven't seen anybody do that. I'm going to talk to all the pepper growers I know and suggest that this upcoming season they do that, and they call it like the chili head starter kit. Seriously, they'll sell them to death. Do it logically. A couple jalapenos, a couple habaneros, something a little intermediate between habanero, maybe a Fresno or something before habanero, and then a ghost pepper and some really scary ones. Ending with a warthog. Great idea. Yep, they got some sauce that'll melt your face off, says Lego. Keith Kimmon says, put that on a cracker, dude. Watching his videos earlier. Bizzle says, peanut butter roll would be good spicy. Yep. Yeah, it would be. There's very few, I think, who's doing peanut butter? California Blazing Chili Farms sells Reaper peanut butter. And the peanut butter looks like it's that real natural stuff with just oils on it. You got a lovely. Life hack. Get free coffee grinds from Starbucks at the end of the night for your garden. I know somebody's been doing that for a decade. It's good stuff. Dilrod, I haven't had any Pro Puffs in a while. I love them. You know what? The mocha are my favorite. They are so good as breakfast. Just the problem with them, I eat them all day long, but they really are good for you. And you don't. The weird thing about those Pro Puffs is when you eat them, you could, if you eat like one serving, like if you look at the size of a suggested serving, like that's not that much. But I swear to you, it's like you've eaten a steak. It's amazing. Stuff is great. Look at that. Dale Cox says, I can do that this winter. I have jalapeno to warthogs growing. Boy, there it is. It's a great idea, man. It's how you market it. And think how many brand new chili I just say, I need to have that box. But, you got to be realistic with them. If you think you're going to get that box as a non-chili head and go from eating that jalapeno to eating that chocolate pimentale, in a perfect world, you could. You could just freeze them and do it like that. But you wouldn't. It'd be hard. It would be a tall order. Joshua Prouty says, what is my favorite hot sauce? Man, I got to come up with a better answer. This is the only answer I can come up with. Honestly, I don't know. I don't have a favorite. Okay. I have some favorite stuff I like. Here's the answer I've been using for a long time. If I pick the right sauce for a given meal, whatever sauce I choose. Can you guys still hear me or did I lose you? Tad and Kit from Harvest 912. Hopefully, I just plugged a mic in and hopefully it didn't kill my volume. Can you guys still hear me? I can hear me great. Really is a great idea. It is, Josh. And I'm telling you something. Here's the thing. I can't believe nobody's done it. Maybe somebody has and I haven't heard about it. But I can promise you this. Sound is better. because I plugged the mic in. I can promise you, if I was a grower, I'd be doing that. My own studio sound effects. Ready? If you have kids at home, they're laughing. It's the 13-year-old in me. I'm sorry, my bad. Multiple stage boxes for real. Medium chili head box, hardcore chili head box. I would do it. But then the mixed bag is great. If you have I love when you get, they sent it to Tommy, Kristen. It's Tommy's. He uses it more than I do. See, Narkman, the 13-year-old in Narkman, he chuckled. Tad and Kit, I'm wearing, this is like one of my favorite sweatshirts. You know what's great about this sweatshirt? It's like you're getting hugged. It really feels good. It's a great sweatshirt. I can tell you I'm getting ready for a visit to Tad and Kit soon. Dizzy, why do you want to play these games? Tell me, why do you want to play these games? Your favorite sauce will be the only one you'll be allowed to eat for the rest of your life is green Yucateco sunshine. Yeah, that's, you know what? Very few people probably get that joke. That's because you are the Chase the Heat historian. I love El Yucateco, okay? But they're green. It seems like, I don't like thinking about it. I don't like the color of it. I don't like the taste of it. It's horrible. It's awful. I couldn't. You know what, though? If I was stuck on an island, I would eat that stuff to death. You watch how fast I'd love it. If I was stuck on an island, it'd become my favorite sauce. The pepper poppy. This may be rude, but I ask Emily if she can hear me sometimes. Right when she puts it in the ear, farts into the mic. You know what Foy's favorite thing is? He'll do that in your ear and go like this. Hey, do you smell popcorn? That's what he'll do to you. So if you're ever around him and he says, hey, man, do you smell popcorn? Don't smell popcorn. There isn't any popcorn to smell. Don't do it. Irma and Archie waiting. Yeah, it's awesome. Noah says, did you know the company that makes the hot sauces and other snacks is from Arizona? I do. I think the Phoenix area. And you can take tours. Wow. I'd like to take a tour. You know what's funny about that company? I thought it was just a novelty company, but their sauces are pretty good. Balaki, is that the one you poured out? I think I poured. I don't know if I poured. I know I poured out the Yucatan Sunshine or something. Oh, no. You know what? He didn't say Yucateco. He said Yucatan. I said it wrong, didn't I? Yeah. I didn't say El Yucateco. I got it wrong. Please forgive me, El Yucateco. It wasn't their green sauce, although I don't like their green. I do remember saying that. I don't like their green at all. It's nasty. So what I was describing was El Yucateco's green, and for that, I'm sorry. But no, he's talking about Yucatan Sunshine. You know what happened? I ate the sauce. It was so bad, I poured it out. I've only done that once, right? I poured it out. I thought to myself, there's no way a sauce can be that bad. So I thought, I got a bad bottle, or there was something funky with the batch, and I got a bad batch. So I need to go get another bottle and be fair with them. I got another bottle, poured it out. It's a horrible sauce. Just doesn't work for me. No snow now? Shut up. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, they had like 32 feet of snow a week ago, and it's gone. That's crazy. The pictures of their backyard when it was snowing was absurd. It's never popcorn. It's not. Just don't fall for that. Here's the thing. Everybody's going to be pulling that popcorn joke on somebody. Hey, man, you smell popcorn? Try it. Kills every time. You know what? Lego says we need some hot maple syrup. I have had some spectacular hot maple syrup. It's from Vermont. What is the name of it? I don't remember. I'd have to Google it. You know what? Stay right here. I'm going to Google it right now. Maple syrup. There we go. The company is called. Is that it? Yep. Benito's in Vermont. Wicked good. They have Ghost, Reaper, I think Habanero, but it's very, very good. Bonitos. Brian Vandenbroek says, is it true Da Bomb is not a good tasting sauce? If you're a garbage disposal, it's delightful. You can take it all day long, just swallow that stuff like something. If you're a human being, you probably won't like it. Here's the thing: it probably has a purpose. Like if you mix this much into a vat of chili, it'll probably be okay. But if you think you're going to be able to put that on a taco and enjoy it, you're going to think it tastes like poison. Sorry for the makers of Da Bomb, but it's not like they don't know what they make. Come on, they know what time it is. Christian Melinda says, imagine making hot sauce and Johnny Scoble pours it out. Just go out of business. No, they don't even know who I am. But it's a horrible sauce. Has anybody else had it? Please tell me that somebody else has had Yucatan Sunshine. Like gag reflex. It's foul. Maybe Yucatan Sunshine Green is hotter than the last time experience. I'm telling you. Blueberry Hell is my stuff. That's a great sauce. Great on ice cream. Hey, Josh, have a great night. Tell you the girls I say goodnight. Everybody in the family. See, Northman, he agrees. It's true. It's terrible, Brian. See here. Okay, Noah's got an unpopular opinion. I think Da Bomb tastes better than the rep it gets. I mean, a urinal cake would taste better than the rep it gets. I wouldn't want to eat one, though. I don't know. To me, it's foul. It's a disgusting sauce. I mean, here's the thing. Every night they go to bed, they should be hitting their knees and thanking God for First We Feast because Hot Ones is keeping that company alive. Do you know how many times people watch somebody get destroyed by that and they buy it? How many times do you think people buy Da Bomb again? For their own consumption, that is. It's like listen, back in the 80s, every phone room in the United States had a bottle of Dave's Insanity sauce in the cabinets in the break room. Every one of them. Because you buy it at home. Oh, this is great. You put it on a taco. Oh, this stuff is poison. You bring it to the office. I'm going to burn Tony. I'm going to burn John or whatever. That's what happens. It's nasty. Analog Adventure says Stargazer from Pepper North is good. Has maple syrup in it. I've had Stargazer. I've had something called Stargazer. I don't know if it's Pepper North. I think I may have had that. You know what? I've just done a lot of videos, people. Uncle Bull Cow. Yeah, the Scorpion was terrible. I believe you. Boy, I was thinking of something I was going to tell you, and I can't remember. There's something I was going to bring up on tonight's show. Now, I must have screwed up with David Ashely. Sent him the wrong. I sent him the link twice. Maybe I got the time wrong. Keith Rick Spicer, good to see you. Thank you for being here. And Lego says that all Hellfire sauce is amazing. You know what? It's no joke. It's really fantastic. $30. And this much of it. Do you know they're still on Hot Ones saying this is I think they said 2.5. Do you believe that? It's one thing if hey, my bad. It's not as hot as we thought it was, but it's hot enough for who's eating it and kind of walk it back. But to double down and keep saying it's 2.5 when every chili head knows it's not. Remarkable. It's worthy of remarking. I was shocked, Cotton. Burn Daily says, I made a batch of fermented sauce and extremely hot, but tastes really bad. I've made some bad sauce before. One day, Foy says to me, we're at the office. He goes, dude, why don't you make a hot sauce? I said, I'm like the sous chef, man. I'll tell you, I'll throw my input there, but I don't really, I'm not this. I can't make a hot sauce. He goes, no, man, I want you to do it. Make a hot sauce of your own. So I said, I wanted it to be cool sauce. I don't even remember what I had in it, but I remember putting avocado oil in it. And the reason I wanted avocado oil is because it's a little bit different flavor, but it looked really cool on the label. Not many sauces have avocado oil. So I thought that's a great idea. So that night I made it sauce, and like throughout the afternoon, I was making the sauce. And when we were done, he and I tasted. He's like, man, it really does taste good. And then he says to me something that I won't forget. He said to me, we're going to have to wait and see how it tastes in the morning. I said, come again? Sorry, what? He said, oh, yeah, things change overnight. This is a long time ago. I was so stoked. It really tasted good. I was excited about it. I made it. It was all me. All me. Next day, we came into the office. I went to the fridge to get the sauce. First of all, the separation was atomic. It was I've never seen separation on a sauce like this. And I was like, hey, it's normal. Separation is normal. So I shook it up, tasted it, and threw it out. It was horrible. Something horrific happened overnight. It did. Something terrible happened overnight. Kristen Melendez said she's 91% astronaut. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. I really did. 2.5 million lies in every bottle. Think of how much money they're making, though. Look, every single video they do on, go look at the average view. The average video on Hot First We Feast, millions of views. Do you realize that just half of 1% buy a bottle? I don't know, man. Pepper Poppy says, Johnny and Dean, would you be down for a 2 versus 1? Me and Johnny versus Dean in a chili eating contest. Conjured Vapor, Dean. That Dean? Moving on. I've seen the guy eat peppers, dude. We need a 3-on-1, not a 2-on-1. Subjective reality, a world where you can just make up an SHE number and people believe it. Do you want to know something? Since you brought that up, even fresh subpar Buccioloki is hotter than Dizzy Dragon. I was in the Netflix special, We Are the Champions, right? And we were on right in front of Puckerbuck doing the if anybody, you know what? I don't know if you were there, Book. If anybody was there and has their own footage, please let me know in the chat. When it came out, because if you were there when it happened, by the third pepper, they're going by 2.7 million. I'm like, what pepper are they talking about? The next pepper, 3.2 million. I'm telling you, towards the end, it was absurd. It was over 3 million. Did anybody have that? Because I'm not making that up. They did. And then if you watch it on the show, they edit that out, and there's, you couldn't hear that. That's exactly how it went. It was unbelievable. Well, if you had Keaton, it's getting better. It's still lopsided. I've seen him eat, man. You've seen him eat. I've seen him eat in a contest. I've seen him eat, dude. He's a frightening man, and I love him. He's a wonderful guy, but he's a frightening dude. I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. How about me and Dean against 50 of you? How about that? You guys get, no, it's not fair. 10. You and 9 others against me and Dean. I like that one a lot better. I'd rather be on the same side as Dean. That's what it comes down to. Dizzy has footage. Oh my God. Tell me I'm wrong. Am I lying to you? Dizzy has footage. What was the highest? Am I crazy that they said 4 million? I don't remember. I think it got that high. Can't wait to see what Dizzy says next. What did Dean say? Wow. What did he say? Yeah, listen. Anything where look, if we're playing tag on the playground and peppers of the game, I pick Dean first. So I don't want to go against him. It's just that simple. Pepper Poppy be down for 10-on-2. 2.8 or something. I know it got higher than that. I'm pretty sure it got over 3. I'm almost positive. I know somebody who has footage. I know somebody who has footage. I'll find out tomorrow. I'll go through and look at it. Because I know they were absurd. And they were making peppers. There were names of peppers. I'm like, No one's ever heard of that pepper before. Dale Cox says, I'll take that challenge on. So this is how scary things happen. You start talking, loose talking in a chat. Next thing you know, I'm doing a live stream against 50 people. At least Dean's going to be on my side. Question, you and Uncle Bull Cow pepper challenge on live stream? Let's do it. Me and Uncle Bull Cow. I'll go head to head with Bull Cow. That's not a dig, Bull Cow. You're a good guy. I like eating peppers with you. Listen, can I tell you something? I love eating peppers, but my days of doing pepper contests, I got to believe they're sort of winding down. Hang on a minute. I don't think I read this one. Bomb isn't even that hot to me. First time I had it, I covered a habanero with it and didn't even get that much heat. I tip my hat to you. Pretty hot to me. It's not as hot as people think, though. It's only like 170,000 Scoville. I say only. It's still ferociously hot. I mean, it really is, but that's all it is. I've had the opposite happen in sauces. Tastes better later. Oh, yeah, I've had that. I've seen that happen. Yep, I have too. But boy, it went south bad. He and Charlie, the two that scared me. Says Dean. I'm good for me. 1 or 2 peppers. Well, we stay on here. Inevitably, this will happen. We'll get into this. We need a meet and greet and get a lot of us there all eating peppers together. That'd be fun. Pepper Pop, yeah, message Jay Keat. Now, see how this is how it starts. Now, I will tell you, I have a very crazy schedule coming up. It may be hard to get me. Commitments all over the place, but maybe we can make it work. Like to add heat seeker. See, I'm concerned about David Ashely. What did I do? I must have done something. Here's the weird thing. Literally at 3 o'clock, I texted him and said, I'll see you soon. And he was like, so something must have happened. Maybe he had, you know what he had? He had some sort of electronic glitch. That's what happened. He will 8:05. He'll be here, right? No kidding. Wow, can you imagine? We'll do it live. We'll start right from the top. I have some great questions for the guy. I swear I really do. Excuse me. I got ahead of myself there. Noah says, are there any chili head meetups in Ohio? Oh, yeah. The great one in Ohio. Jungle Gyms, man. It's a good one. Gothy says, it depends on the pepper. I'm a 1 pepper guy, too. David, where are you? So I think Tommy and I, once again, will be going to the Fiery Food Festival in Albuquerque. We had a really good time last time. Ed will be there. Maybe I'll bring this and have him sign it for me. Think he'd do that for me? I might have to ask him if he'll be on the show. I got questions. I wouldn't even need to ask a question. I'll just say, we're going to open it up to the people watching. What questions do you have, guys? You can do it that way. Going to have to start chugging tincture. Gouthie says, where's the guest? Exactly. That's what my point is. I think, Gouthie, it has to be some sort of a technical glitch. 3 o'clock, we connected and said, looking forward to seeing each other. And then 2 hours later, it didn't happen. So I assume, here's the thing. Watch what's going to happen. I have to stay on until 5 after. It's a full hour because I'll bet you money he pops in 15 minutes. You want to bet? I'll bet that happens because he wouldn't miss this. That's exactly what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen if that happens? We'll have to do another hour and a half. I'll stay. I'll do it if you guys stay. I'll do it if you don't stay. How about that? Right? No kidding. That's the truth. It would be pretty rough. Good point. Pizzle needs to get an ambulance with a gurney to go to shows. Crazy things have happened. Yeah, no. The first time I met Brian was in Cincy at the Fiery Foods. That was wicked cool. I knew he was going to be there, and he knew I was going to be there, so we were kind of looking for each other. He's a good dude. I like him a lot. You know what's fantastic about that guy? He is absolutely the same character when you're standing with him than he is. I don't dig. It's a bummer when you meet somebody and they're not who they portray themselves to be, and it's just sort of a shtick or an act. It's a bummer. Brian says, "I'll hang out." Johnny, always excited to learn new things about peppers. Man, me too. We're going to have to stick around. Let's take a bet. Who do you think, if he tunes in at 5 after, we'll just say, boy, think of how excited everybody is. We have 40 people here waiting to get this thing started. Who thinks it's going to happen? I don't think he just say, I'm not doing it. He said at 3 o'clock he was going to. We've been on for an hour. I'm telling you, at 5 after, he's going to click in. No, excuse me. I told him that he would to click in on straight up. So if I got a funny feeling in 8 minutes, we're going to see him. I would like to meet him. I'll tell you what, he's a fascinating dude. And what I want is, this has this feeling to me, like if we're able to put this together, he tunes in. David Ashely, it's almost like sitting down with your pepper grandpa saying, what was it like back then? You know what I mean? Because it's one thing. My channel's closing in on a decade here, but he's been doing this for decades. Do you understand how far ahead of his time he had to have been to even think about selling that? I don't want to ruin it because he's going to be joining us. I know he's going to be joining us in 7 minutes, but I want to show you guys something. Just read this. Spicy wing challenge ends in emergency room. Almost dies eating 10.5 million Scoville-Heatons. It's actually only 9. It's only 9. Mad Dog Plutonium challenge. I almost died. And then he got an idiot like me. Drinking the whole bottle 3 different times. Flaming Koala Hot Sauce. Thank you, Flaming Koala Hot Sauce. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for the email and the package. I'm telling you, I got this crazy feeling. He's a class guy. This guy, David Ashely, is a classy dude. So there's no way he's going to just, not show up. Anyway, those were some of the pictures I got selected. Quade Prescott, thank you for being here. If he doesn't, let's have 1 hot minute. Mark Alvis. Now, I think he's going to do it. If he doesn't, we'll probably just wrap this up shortly after the hour. But if he does tune in, we're going to start the program. You are the greatest warm-up band in the planet. You guys got me ready. But did you die? Kristen. That was our phrase, working in crisis management. But did you die? You didn't. What do you got to worry about? Bizzle says, I liked the paintings in the coffee shop. They didn't have those. That was a fun place to shoot videos, man. I enjoyed that. A gentleman, Quade. Quade's been watching this channel forever. He's one of the guys that's been here forever. Thank you, Quade. You are almost dying when you panic. You have to breathe. Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. There's nothing quite like this. And the funny thing is, when I drank this, I had it hot because it becomes a liquid. It's thick. So there's a little bit at the bottom. There's probably this much at the very bottom of the jar or the vial that couldn't come out. I wish I could just let every one of you just put your pinky in it and just do that, just to get an idea of how bloody hot that stuff is. It's just different. Noah says, even if he doesn't show up, perhaps we're all here chatting with you. Once again, a great live stream. Thank you. We appreciate you as much as you appreciate me. I look back now on the 25-hour and 26-hour live streams. I don't know how I did that. I don't. That's a long time to be sitting here staring at it. I mean, you know what happens after you do one of those for that long? The first time I did one, I did like 5, I think, 4 or 5. 5, I think. The first time I did it was only 25 hours. And as soon as I was done, I put my head on a pillow, thinking. I mean, I was up straight, talking nonstop. Just going to the bathroom was the only break. I didn't take like a half-hour break every 6 hours. It was none of that. It was just the whole thing for 25 hours straight. So as soon as it was over, I was exhausted, right? So I laid down and I shut my eyes and I was seeing things. I swear to you, I could not sleep. My head was going like it was one of the strangest things I've ever experienced. It was really weird. Narfin says, I gladly stick a finger in plutonium. It's hot, man. It's so hot. Mortimer Bustos. Is Mortimer here? I love Mortimer. Mortimer is a great dude. Mortimer, where's that thing you were talking about? I messaged you. Tom and I would love to go, but where is it? Where and when? Actually, I know where because you told me the where. I need the when. The when part is we need to know. But it sounds like it'd be wicked fun. Heartbreaker 2.2 mil. One ring, 2.3 mil. Send screenshots to you. Thank you, dude. Crazy. I think, here's what I think. I think, and this is the truth of it. I think if I could just sit here and answer questions one after the other, like one question pop on the screen, when I was done, another question, I could probably do it for a day and a half. It's when the questions stop at like 4 a.m, when there's only like 30 people watching, when there were 250 people watching before, and now it's like the wee hours of the morning, everybody's kind of in the same boat. We've all like when I do those live streams, there are people that I swear to you, I had people that adjusted their Wi-Fi package so they would be able to watch the whole thing. I had people that took like scheduled time off work so they wouldn't miss it. They're just as tired as I was at the end, so they were having a hard time. They were with me for 12 hours. They weren't in question asking mode. It was hard. Yeah, you know what? They had the last couple times I've eaten the RB3, they've been hot, but they haven't been that hot. They haven't. They've been good. And here's the thing. They're hot, but they're not stupid hot. They taste good, but they don't taste great. But it is the best looking pepper in the world, I think. 64 peppers planted today. That is a good day. What? So 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Is that tomorrow? What day is that, dude? You gotta let me know what day it is. Bring an appetite. Man, you got me, Mortimer. We're looking forward to it. Any spicy snacks in the queue? Spotted a new spicy tomato soup by Campbell's. I have not seen that. Analog Adventures. I'm not sure if you were here earlier, but this week, if not this week, maybe by the weekend, Blazing Foods and Chase the Heat has another challenge we'll be launching. And I know it's a bold prediction, but almost everybody in this chat's going to go, I'll do it. Thursday. Thank you, Mortimer. I will, today's only Tuesday. Oh, wait a minute. What time is it again? It's Thursday from 5 p.m. to 10. I do my the show. I'm interviewing Harvest 912 at 5:05. I could be there from 8 to 10 probably. Let's play on that. That would be awesome. I haven't seen you in a while, dude. Ghost pepper chicken. I'll tell you what. I was really impressed with Campbell's Soup's ghost pepper chicken noodle soup. I mean, it didn't taste like ghost pepper, but it legit had a bite. I couldn't taste. It had a sting to it. It was pretty cool. No, you know what? I usually put hot sauce in my tomato soup. Good call. Narfman says, have you seen the Hormel chili that's supposed to be hot? No, I heard about it, though. I need to get out and get some. I'll do that tomorrow. Watch. It's 6 o'clock. We're about to see David. I'll bet it happens. No. Wow. So I wonder what happened. Can't believe it. That's so odd to me. Anyway, I just emailed him and we'll connect and we'll try to get it back on a different time. Let me see if there's any questions I didn't answer. I don't think there's any last questions anybody has. Mortimer says the last time we met, you murdered me with a peanut. I'm sorry about that, Mortimer. You know what? I will tell you this, and I mean this now. I do feel bad, but I won't do it this time. You know what? I'll bring some tubes of terror. We'll burn somebody else. You'll enjoy it. It'll be a kind of a corrective experience. Yes, Brian says, I better pop those chilies on. You better. Noah says, as someone who's developed games that reached millions of people across the world, it's such a great feeling knowing you're making positive impact in their lives. Similar to you with your videos. Yeah, I guess I get it. When I first started watching chili videos, I couldn't stop. I never watched one. I'd watch them for 4 hours. I'd go from person to person. I'd binge watch their stuff, and I had favorite videos I'd go back and watch again. So I was super into it. So I guess I kind of can see that. Hi, Len. Thank you for being here. I've spent the morning trying. Keep trying. Listen, we're all trying. Hang in there. We are definitely looking forward to talking with David Ashely. Of course, he might pop in at 6 after or 5 after in 2 more minutes, thinking that that's the time he was supposed to be here. So he may still show. I'm the optimist, aren't I? He's still coming. He's coming. Oh, Lynn, don't worry about that. I've been trying to donut. Can't work on my phone. Don't worry about it. Seriously, you're here. That's enough of a sacrifice right there. Don't sweat it, Lynn. I'm acting like I'm a hardcore Chilean, but I'm probably not even close to maybe half of the people here. Yes, no big deal. You know what's really funny? I don't like Tad and Kit. They'll say, "Well, we're not really Chilean." They could. I don't know if it's you're just being around it is sort of. I know a lot of people who like you know what? I mean, most chili heads don't realize how much more of a chili head you really are. Unless you sit down with somebody who doesn't ever eat anything hot, you don't really understand, This Bird Daily. David Dizzy. We got Bird Daily here. David. Hold on. Here, David. Listen, he'll be fun to get when we finally do get him because he's an amazing guy. I'm a little league chili. There's no such. Listen, we're all just chili heads. There's no. I don't know how many more contests I'm going to sit down in. So it doesn't really, it's not a show of bravado or something. I don't think it is anyway, man. Some people do that and they act like if you aren't eating a certain, if you aren't eating a million, if you haven't eaten a super hot, you're not really a chili yet. Whatever. Get out of here with that. Throw some tube of terra peanuts at him. Noah says he'll follow. Oh no, Lynn, don't throw your phone out the window. Then you'll need a new phone. Don't do that. Seriously, I'm glad you're here. You're very kind. Seriously. Dale says, my wife won't eat peppers at all since the jalapenos. Listen, there's a lot of people there. I mean, some people are going to get burned really bad and go, I'm good, man. I experienced it. I did it. Got the experience under my belt. Check it off my bucket list. I don't need to do it again. And then there's other people that go, God almighty, that hurt. Where'd you get them? That kind of thing. And I'm that guy, It's always been that guy. I'm in for the love of it. No desire to compete. I really don't. I've gotten really up for the contest that I've been in about, and get pumped up for it. But here's the thing, man. I don't care if I win or lose. I mean, and it's not that I'm not competitive because I am, but if I lose, who cares? If I win, hey, that's cool too. But I don't stress about it. Chili Phil, I'm coming into my own with eating peppers. It's something you got to work at. You know that as much as anybody. All right, guys. I appreciate you all being here. I love you. You guys have any last questions before we bounce? We've been doing this just about an hour. Yep, an hour exactly. She likes to watch me eat them. Very cool. We're all chasing heat. Doesn't matter where we're at. Exactly. I've said that from the beginning. Everybody marches to the beat of their own drummer, and that's how we chase the heat. Nobody looks down their nose at you. I don't think I'm a chili head. I don't think a chili head is measured by the heat level. Someone can take it. It's a passion, not a competition. It is. It's if you're passionate. That's why I've said that from Jump Street. If you're passionate about bell pepper and you just love them, but you can't eat anything hotter, you're a chili head in my book. You are. It's kind of how it is. Look at this. Dean saying, have a beautiful night, you gorgeous people. Going to spend the evening with my BFF. You're a fortunate man. Enjoy, my bro. Brian says, I love how these little Thai chilies burn, sort of a cross between a jalapeno pinching burn and a serrano flat out burn. Very cool. Contest October 4th. Very cool, Chili Phil. I'll be rooting for you, man, for real. Braxton Hatch is the Maruga. Is it the Maruga or the 7-pot hybrids that produce low quantities the first year? You know what? Dizzy Dragon, if somebody can answer that better, Braxton, believe it or not, I haven't grown yet. I'm going to at some point. I've been saying that for 8 years, but at some point I will. But I'm sure they're much more knowledgeable. Dean's really knowledgeable. He can probably tell you. Mike Chili Eskimo Stoltz, thanks for being here, bro. It was good seeing you, man. Have a good night, man. Thank you, Mortimer. We'll see you Thursday. Night, Noah. Thanks for being here. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Let me say goodbye to everybody who's still here. Let's see what the list looks like. Analog Adventures, Bizzle with a Ranch, Balaki, Braxton Hatch, Brandon Vandenbroek. We've got Burn Daly. We have Chili Phil, Dean with a Wrench, Dale Cox, Gouthie, Jane Aldrich. We have Just Me Being Me. Lynette Arundel, don't throw your phone out the window. Thank you for being here. Mark Alberts, Chili Eskimo Stoltz, Mortimer Bustos, Snarfman, Noah Wright, Pepper Poppy, and Veggie Beard. You guys are all rock stars. Have a good night. Tell someone you love them. Thursday, we'll be back Thursday with Harvest 912. And we will be rescheduling with David. You guys are all rock stars. Be kind. Tell someone you love them. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was After the Burn, sort of.